This is the trigger warning for our show. Please understand that various monsters had various victims and hunted in various ways depending on the folklore, mythology, or stories that were told about them. Please understand that it is not our intent to upset you. You will be given other warnings and additional warnings depending on the episode, but this is our blanket statement. We didn't write the myths, but we are using them to tell our story. Also, this is the content warning for our show. There will be cursing. There will be some interesting ideas. We will take it in where we can, but be warned, there was beer involved.
What if I told you there is a world where not only are monsters like vampires and werewolves real, but they have rights, just like you and me. And in this world, there exists a secret government organization dedicated to keeping you safe and making sure they follow the rules. Welcome to Anarium, a Monster of the Week podcast. Hey everybody, it's Cameron, your favorite neighborhood podcaster guy. Here to do a little bit of house cleaning and let you know what's been going on with the show. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And I just wanted to tell you that we really appreciate all the feedback that we get. If you have something that you would like to tell us, there's our email, there's all of our social medias. Please get on there and let us know things that you really enjoy in the show, things that you wish could be a little bit different, or things that you would just like to talk to us about. We would love to hear from you. So please check out the emails or our social media pages. And also, if you could please go rate and review the show on whatever app you're listening to us on, that would be a huge help for us. So I think that's about as much you need to hear from me. Let's go ahead and get back into the show because this arc is starting to wrap up a little bit, and I know you want to see what happens. All right, thank you guys. Let's get back to it.
Hey, welcome back to Anarium, a Monster of the Week podcast created by Michael Sands. Anarium is a world that I built. Michael Sands gave it life. These are my players. They help put the muscle on the bones of what the stories that I make. Will you gentlemen please introduce yourselves?
I haven't been referred to much as muscle these days, but I appreciate it. Thank you. My name's Cameron. I play Bernard on the show.
Everyone boo this man.
I play Bernard. You're gradually more and more hillbilly guy.
That's true. I'm Taylor. I play Marcellus, very old vampire, and lately you've been seeing him become a little more witty and funny, and we'll see how that progresses.
I'm Rob. I'm Orpheus. I have nothing interesting in my life or my character development.
That's not true. You got a shotgun.
I have a shotgun with rock salt.
So, you guys might notice as we're playing today that things are a little disjointed. Admittedly, it's been about a month and a half since we last recorded. Not our traditional recording schedule, but for our amazing producer, life happened. Him and his lovely wife had a little girl. Mm-hmm. And if anybody has an issue with us letting them take time to be, parents, you can just shut this off. If accents aren't quite right or we re-hit a story point, might be a little disjointed until we all get back into the groove, but it was for a good cause, so I just ask you bear with us. I think we're ready.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
I think so.
Okay. And then it's... All right, so you guys are coming down the stairs, and you see 3 ghosts in the cafeteria. I don't quite recall how I described them exactly. I don't think I gave them specific faces or a look, just that they're clearly upset about being here. This is not a full body specter that you have seen up to this point. This is not I'm going to reach out and touch it. This is blurry edges,
almost shifting probably.
Shifting between maybe what they looked like when they were alive and this tormented spirit that has been trapped in this location for number of years that, realistically were tormented in life due to circumstance or illness, mental or physical. I mean, you're looking at these people and easily just had a shit run at life, whether that was their fault or society. So they all notice you, but nothing happens instantly. So it's they're literally like they all look up, and it's not like one of them whispers fresh meat and they all run at you, but they do notice that you're there. So what would you guys like to do now?
Quick backstory question. What was the guy that we're talking to on the radio's name?
I don't think I ever gave him a name.
I
I
thought-
Was it Ted?
I thought we did.
me
Ted.
see. Ted
Ted,
Tarp?
lead researcher from TARP.
Yeah, okay. Ted from TARP.
Ah, wow, I did not plan that out, but I like it. I like how that went. I don't think I gave him a name.
Ted from TARP.
Ted from
I
Tire.
wrote it down too, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's it, but I want to double check.
Oh, I don't remember that, but I like it. Awesome. That's what I get for making up names on the fly. Ted from Tarp. He is down in the basement. Your radio has been silent. Troy and Cody are still outside in the helicopter. If you need anything, it can be landed, but I think you guys will be okay.
Okay.
But just in case, you do have that resource at your disposal.
I'll just whistle. It'll be fine.
Dog whistle. Fuck you, Marcellus.
Still
All right,
dead, still a dick.
I think I'm just gonna test the water here, and I think I'm gonna look at kind of the three of these figures and just kind of say, like, you guys tried the pudding? It's not bad. You know, you'd expect it to be worse.
They all go into a rage.
The three
They
of them.
choked on pudding and died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's one guy just like got a big Jello, like, whoa.
How do you choke on pudding? Yeah, don't ask. The three of them acknowledge you. It's not an anger, but there's definitely an emotion there, maybe sadness. They've been stuck here for a very long time. Dr. Lucian Fuchs has kind of opened up the place, but that doesn't mean everything here is out to get you.
Okay.
Is
I'm glad I didn't just shoot him in the face because that was
That would have been a dick move.
that was my first impulse.
Is that how you say hello where you're from?
Yes, yes, it is.
and again, Lucian is not presently with us, correct?
No.
We left him behind.
I
We didn't
would
leave him
say
behind. We punched him and he disappeared.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he just kind of.
yep, he
He just kinda
dissipated.
poof.
You can probably view him as a third-party observer for most of what you're doing when he is not working ahead of you to try to
Subterfuge us.
subterfuge, work behind the scenes, maybe set up a trap to murder you all. I don't know. It's in the book somewhere.
Well, yeah, because he disappeared, and then all of a sudden, all we heard was a booming voice, and that's when we bolted for the cafeteria.
I'm trying to remind myself if he's present with us
He
or
is
if I
not.
believe he's to be. Okay.
You rolled really well on a charisma check. So he is still around. He did not instantly just decide, F these guys, I'm going to go away now. He is about. He does not dislike Orpheus. It's one of those interests.
He really doesn't like Bernard, though.
He does not
No.
like Bernard.
No.
He is still madly in love with his Nordic vampire friend, though. He doesn't know you're a vampire, but still.
He'll find out soon enough.
He'll learn.
Bernard, I do not understand why you punched the man. He is damned like the rest of the souls here, no?
Yeah, but he also damned all these souls, so it's a little different.
Is this Nazi not a good thing?
You could say that. Hey, Ghost, I'm gonna give my friend a brief history lesson. If you guys are gonna do anything funny, to make a sound or something, okay? All right. I turn my back to them. Okay.
I like it. Good. Good dude.
So a long time ago, there was this weird-looking dude with a mustache.
It's not a long time ago for him, Bernard.
Oh yeah.
It's a long time ago for you, but not for him.
Sometime in the 1900s, there was a guy with a mustache. He was really angry. People didn't like his artwork.
I love the worst history lesson.
He was real into
Can we get,
watercolors, but he wasn't good
Can
at
we
it.
get History Channel, Comedy Central, Drunk History to
Yeah,
promo us
And he
right
didn't
now?
like books.
Yeah. He also wanted everybody to look like him, even though he didn't look that way.
You realize you just contradicted yourself hard. They want him to look like him, but not.
He wanted to create a superior race. He got assholes like that Pukes doctor dude to do experiments on fuckers poor fuckers like this, and now we got ghosts. Is that good?
As Cameron and I literally sit here and we're both blonde with blue eyes.
Yeah.
How ironic.
So yeah, that's my history list, and I'm just kind of like I turned away, satisfied.
Marcellus, can you tell me what the fuck he was saying?
So, back in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, etc., there was World War II. Sure, you don't know about it.
What happened to World War One?
Yeah, there was another one.
Same thing. Same thing. Germans, just not Nazis. So Nazis were led by a man named Hitler. They decided that, or he decided that all people should be blonde hair, blue eyes. And some people had some feelings about it. He really didn't like Jewish people. Did some really bad things. And pretty much got most of the world really mad at him. Most of the world. There were a couple smatterings here and there when he tried to start invading places, and they were just like, oh, okay, you can have it. And then some places are like, yeah, fuck you. And that's basically what that is. So Nazis, bad. They're very racist.
I feel like that's
So
exactly
this
what I
doctor
said.
that I have forced to pacify, I have requested to pacify. I should force to pacify.
That is a you decision.
That accent.
That is a you decision, Orpheus. I cannot tell you what you should or should not do. It depends on how you feel about a certain way. You obviously weren't coherent during this whole time, and yeah, well, I'll leave that decision up to you. I don't think he's a Nazi. I think he was being used by the Nazis to do bad things.
It's called Operation Paperclip. We'll catch you up on that later.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a whole bunch of shit, man. It's a whole bunch. Just know the dudes with the small mustaches and the shiny boots, we don't like them. We punch them when we see them. That's pretty much what we do.
So, Orpheus, you can read, right?
Of course I can read.
It was
The look on Rob's face as he just jerks up. He's like, "Of course I can read."
Man, I almost spit coffee all over this.
it was a legitimate
I
question.
did not grow up
didn't know.
in the sanatorium.
That's fair.
I like
So,
to think that like the ghost
when-
dudes are like.
When we get back to
I can
headquarters,
Could you read?
I will
No?
give you books about what happened, and you can brush up on it at your leisure.
To the problem at hand, then, I suppose.
Yes. Let's get this big energy generator turned the fuck off.
Okay. I just want to try to just where in relation to where we want to go are these three.
Do we know where we want to go?
All right,
ghosts?
so when we originally set up the building, you have the large center structure. It's 3 stories tall. First story is kind of looking at offices. Second floor was the cafeteria area. And then on the third floor, that was, if I'm not mistaken, testing and treatment kind of area.
And
the
his
different
office,
wings.
right?
Yeah, and his office was in one of the wings.
Laboratories.
Yes.
No.
So now you are starting to go downstairs. Think of it as a big circular grand staircase through the center that will take you to all 3 floors. And then at the end of each hallway, there is a stairwell, a little bit more industrial as it was added later,
Okay.
that will get you to all the floors. You guys are hunting for a basement you haven't seen a sign for yet.
Well, we're on the second floor then, right? Because we're in the
Yes.
cafeteria. Okay, so I think Bernard facing them is gonna just kind of start. He would know which way to go, right? To go to the stairs, right?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of still on them. I think you made your Nazi punch, your Falcon punch, if you
Yeah,
will,
yeah.
while on the steps.
Okay. And let me see. Yeah, there's nothing here that I would think that I would need to roll.
Oh, what you want to do?
I think I'm just gonna facing them. Just try to start going to the door that's gonna help me get
Further down the
further down the steps.
Interestingly, and this is important for you mostly, Bernard, because everyone else has done magic at this point. in
And can do
the
magic.
new weird moves, there are supplements where instead, like, you can basically say, okay, Bernard never does magic, but you can do one of these things.
Okay.
My character uses Trust Your Gut. It just kind of gives you something because you're not using that. Not all campaigns ran in Monster of the Week have that level of magic that, like, Orpheus can do. I know Marcellus has done a little bit of magic. And if you want to kind of go back on that, like big magic, big spells and stuff, that can still be worked on. But as far as just like that random everyday magic, these are designed to replace that.
Okay. Well, I really like this, and I think Trust Your Gut would really. This is exactly what I was looking for, and those other ones didn't really seem to fit. So, I'll read this out. Trust Your Gut is one of the new weird moves, and it's when you consult your instincts on about what to do next. Roll plus weird. Although my weird is.
Garbage.
0.
I'm gonna say yeah. I think it's a 0. So on a 10 or more, the keeper will tell you where you should go, wherever that is. It will be important. You get +1 ongoing on the way to this place. On a 7 to 9, the keeper will tell you a general direction to go. Take +1 forward as you explore that. On a miss, your instincts lead you into danger. And then there's advanced Trust Your Gut, which we're not there. So
I just genuinely hope you roll a 7 and 9.
Ooh,
Sam's
yeah,
just
I was gonna
down.
say yeah.
I was going to
Goes
say, but
down.
the first thing I thought was, oh, where's the basement? You rolled a 7? Down. It's down.
We're all there. Love it.
Okay.
I rolled a 3. I think you need to go back to the 3rd floor. I saw a dumb waiter there.
Yeah.
That'll get you to the basement.
Yeah, and I guess it would be maybe cheating, but I wonder if somebody, if I do this and I fail, I wonder if somebody else can go like, you know what? I don't trust your gut. I'm gonna.
You've got to trust your gut, though. Even if Marcellus is like, yeah, no, man, I'm not doing that. You got to
Yeah.
be like, no, I'm going.
Okay.
If I got to go
All right.
alone.
Well, here goes nothing.
I watched him in 3
No.
week old pudding.
That's a 5.
All right, so
Experience.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get experience for that. That is fail. So you are standing here. These 3 ghosts are still kind of milling about. Like, they acknowledged you. You took a moment
Oh,
to talk
and
to
real quick?
Orpheus. Yeah.
That would be my first level up too.
Awesome. Sorry, let's not sound like a prepubescent
Like you hit
child.
me.
Yeah, he legit got excited. And,
I was
and I think
legitimately
that's
got
awesome.
excited. Is this your first level up
First
ever?
level up, yeah.
Okay, so in the system, you can pick anything from the level up section on your character sheet. Some of
Yeah,
them
second
are
page of the actual thing.
some of them are to take moves, from other playbooks. I've sent you resources. If you need them again, I can do that.
Okay.
You instantly get it. This is not I get it at the end of the game. It can literally be now you get it. There was a podcast I listened to that was very, very good, and I feel horrible because it's been like 4 years since I listened. They had a guy level up after he got knocked off a building. Like, that was his fail, and he took flight in the fall and then popped back up on the rooftop.
That's pretty sweet.
And it was very well done, and they were great guys. I wish I could remember it. If I can, I will make sure we put it in the notes or something. It was so well done. It made me decide Monster of the Week was one of the podcasts for me. It was when I was first learning about the system. But
Okay.
you
I
can
feel
take
like
basic
is
stats or move from another playbook. Any one of those, run it past me, kind of let me know what you're thinking about.
Yeah, I'll kind of let the game continue. I'll let
Mm-hmm.
you tell you what's kind of going on. I'll look over this. It was not really. I don't know why I was 1 point away. I should have been more prepared to level up, especially with a month to do so.
I mean, it's been a month and a half, and you've got this, really cool little new person that you're focused on. So
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Because part of me is tempted to just like upgrade, take the +1 on weird or something. But then I'm like, I also kind of like this about him that because my tough is so unfair. Like, I almost want to keep it to where he has, a bit of a nerf.
Does not like magic enough to even
Yeah.
think about it. Like,
Yeah.
I hunt vampires and werewolves
I
and
feel
goblins.
Like
I
that
don't
would
care.
also go with your character because gargoyles are inherently magic, and you
Yeah.
just have it.
Just
no,
not gonna care.
Just
So.
no magic.
So I think I'm just gonna.
Or
I'm
why
gonna think
don't
on it
you
a little
wait
bit.
for the scene and do that fuck around and find out level up like our friend we just heard about.
And just for everyone listening's reference, Sam did get Cameron a gift for Christmas, and it's a small gargoyle.
And for being an amazing producer.
That's
I
it.
appreciate the work he puts into this more than I think.
This recording is a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Worth
That's
noting.
true.
Yeah, it is almost.
I now have a
Christmas.
little gargoyle buddy to think about when I'm to talk with when I'm down here.
Yeah.
Because normally I'm down here by myself, so now I have a little friend
Little buddy, keep it
who happened to kill my character's family.
the look on your face. I just wish I could be just this. That's.
But
murdered
yeah,
my
so I
family.
think I'll just. Is it okay if I just kind of hold on to this and think about it, and maybe, because maybe we'll get to a point where I need a new move, or would you rather I make this up right now?
I would rather you pick it ASAP. Situational can
Okay.
be fun.
It may
but
come in handy.
Okay,
It may not.
then we
may.
may need to like give me or I'll just pick one from the Henderson, and I'll kind of cut some of this. I'll pick one from the playbook. I wasn't ready to pick a play from
Right.
another playbook, so.
I mean, do you know? Because we could talk about things that you know you want to do with it, because it's important that the audience understand how Level Up works as well. If they've never played the system, to have some idea of, you've got 14, 15 playbooks, including that's not
Right.
including like the official, unofficial. Michael Sands gave it the thumbs up.
Like the Henderson
Yeah,
playbook.
the
that I'm currently
playbooks that are
playing.
online. You can really pick anything as long as it makes sense for the character. Some of the stuff's cool. There's one ability that I think it's either the mundane or the crooked gets, where you literally, like, I think I had to put a limit on it last time somebody took it, where they just find random stuff that is helpful to the investigation. Like, it's literally like they open a drawer and it's like, oh, I found a knife with blood on it, or the GM, and it's like, hey, what do I find here? Like, my player literally would just like wide-eyed at me and be like, hey, I lifted up a rock. What was there? And then it was like, you found 25 cents to go call somebody who wants to deal with your shit.
I lifted up a rock. What was there? Dirt. You found dirt.
You found some dirt. It's pretty good dirt, though.
Pretty good planting soil.
Good, it's good. It's good for that. You'll be fine.
No offense, Orpheus.
No offense. No offense, Cabbage Patch.
Hey.
Hey. Watch it, Groot.
It's it's so funny watching him like side eye you, and it actually works. It's funny.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Every podcast greatest moment. Silence
Well,
and
that's
death.
the
sorry.
beauty of editing.
I do have an in-game importance. I would like to. Is there like some kind of sharp roll I can do to like have myself at the ready in case Lucian reappears in front of us?
Let me see what we've got here.
It's going to follow that up with an uppercut.
No,
Nice little
there's a reason.
oopsie.
I'm thinking ahead. So for those of you listening, I tend to do that in games. I think way ahead. And
I would call
plan
that
my
a
shit.
read a bad situation.
Read a bad situation.
You are literally
Okay.
reading the situation you're in and making a plan.
And that's sharp, right?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to do that real quick. While we're
Tough.
thinking about it. No, it's sharp, not tough.
You.
Man, there are a couple great moves. Okay, so I'll let you do what you're doing.
Is a 6 a fail? Yep. Okay, never mind.
Oh, that's a market experience, and I get to see what happens when you roll a 6. I used to know these right off the top of my head.
We are working out them kinks, baby.
Apparently,
Used to
you don't
is
get.
6 weeks
you
ago.
are very, very concerned about those ghosts.
Yeah.
Even though they've done nothing, they look real chill and they're just sort of milling about. You are ready for them to go like full Gozer the Gozerian and rush you. Nothing else seems to matter at
That's
this
fine.
moment.
That's
Okay.
fine with me.
I
Okay.
try to
There's
be.
a reason.
I try
So
to be fair. Even in my
either way
negatives.
it went, I have a plan.
Okay.
I was just trying to go with one scenario over the other, but I do have a plan for that.
All right.
And the best thing is, I'm 1 experience point away from my second level up.
There you go.
I'm gonna get stupid here in a minute.
Okay, I think there are a couple moves that I would have liked to use here, but because I just get to add one move, right?
Yep, just this one time. One level up.
So I'm gonna add one ugly motherfucker, and I think it works with the character here. So, whilst you can't talk to monsters out of fighting, you sure as hell can make them feel bad via harsh insults. If you are fighting a monster that can understand your speech, you may roll plus charm. On a plus 10, you let off an insult so harsh the enemy is stunned and spend its next action recoiling. On a 7
if
to
you
9,
do that to me mid combat, I'm killing you.
On a 7 to 9, the enemy takes offense from your insult and is now focused on tearing you apart. On a fail, the enemy is slightly annoyed by your presence but ignores the insult. So I think it fits with narratively with how
I like
Bernard
it.
is, and I like it. So
Make sure you mark down that you have that.
Mark
Yeah.
down that you've got it, and that might have to work with your other one where it's you have to yell at people when they
Well,
fuck up.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if
Oh wait,
it's-
and he just failed too, right?
Yeah, and I just failed.
So and I
No.
But that's kind of a weird thing because he
He's-
doesn't know I'm doing something. I'm just
that's
in
true.
my head. I'm just trying
Okay.
to pay attention.
If it's more of an action than if he's lying on the ground measuring how many steps to the fire exit and he loses count, that's one thing. We'll have to keep in mind for storytelling. This one we're gonna let go when you do insult your own friends. Is that something where, depending on their reaction, you want to take it the step further, or do you guys just want to role play that amongst yourselves?
Well, and with this
because
is
it's more about the enemy.
this doesn't happen necessarily every time, right? This is a move I'll have to call out that
Correct.
I'm using.
Yeah.
You'll have to make that choice.
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
now that's fair.
You can choose to troll us.
Because first thing Rob said is the first time you do that to me, I'm going to be upset, and I'm like, wouldn't that be kind of fun if I forced you to?
Yeah.
Because you've got it. I believe it was somebody. I can offer you experience to do what I want you to do,
Yeah.
even if you
That's
don't.
in the book. I read that.
Where I can be like, hey, I'll give you one experience if you make fun of Orpheus so bad he cries. And then you have to roll for it and be like, what the frick's the matter with you, you
And then he
bark
fails and
moss
gets the
eating?
experience anyway.
I like it. I hope if that ever happens, text it to me. Don't say it out loud. I just
Yeah.
want to start berating someone.
Just start berating my teammates.
Hey, look at this dumb motherfucker doesn't know what a Nazi is. Fucking moron.
Stupid tree.
Okay, so yeah, got a new move, and I guess I am leading us to danger.
As you have, you're taking this moment, your gut is telling you that in order to find where this machine is at, that you are going to need to go through, I believe it was the West Wing. Because the East Wing was where our more handicapped patients were that were actually fairly well taken care of in this
the
establishment.
West Wing's where the Lucy
Parkinson's
was.
Okay.
And all that.
Right.
Yeah.
All that.
What?
Hey,
Yeah.
West Wing, Michael Fox, Parkinson.
Oh,
Sorry.
all right. You're
And
a monster.
Michael J.
Leave him alone. I love Michael J.
sorry.
Fox.
And the thing about this too is it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the wrong way. It just means that we're
it just
picking
means
the
you
most
are
dangerous
literally
way.
going to walk. You have decided that from the second floor going on, that it is more likely that there will be a stairwell down to the west. There will be a stairwell to the basement through the West Wing. Don't want to keep going through this center column because everybody knows where you are and how you punched a Nazi. Your gut tells you I need to go through the West Wing, through the patient corridors to find a basement door. That is what your gut tells you.
So are you saying the West Wing's a little shaky?
We're gonna
These are
double down on
monsters.
these jokes.
Don't know. I like Michael J. Fox.
Technically,
I did
they
that the
are
other
real.
day.
They are monsters. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kind of like shoulder my shotgun and be like, "Well, tap my gut. My gut's telling me this is the best way to go," and I don't look to see if you're following me or not. I'm
Your
going.
gut tells you to drink at 6:30 in the morning.
And I listen to it every time, and I'm still here. So I kind of say,
I ate a plate full of gravy and bacon for breakfast.
I kind of just like gesture a hand up to the ghost. I'm kind of walking around them and past them. I'm like, make sure you guys try the pudding.
You guys made no real harsh action toward them. They feel they are in no way concerned with you. I wasn't certain how you guys would react to them, and that
Yeah.
really came down to you guys. So no, they are just patients who.
I
happen
really
to be
wanted to
here.
shoot him in the face, but I was like,
Before
you know what? They're not doing
Bernard-
anything.
See them.
Before Bernard leaves, I want to ask him for some bourbon. And I
Don't.
don't remember why, but I want to make a sacrifice of bourbon for a greater power to maybe help these ghosts.
Okay, so what you were looking for, we'll cut some of this. I want you to just do it in character.
For my homies.
I don't. I want you
Pour
to
one
do.
out for the homies.
I want you to do this in character, because I think it'll be better than this is. You need
Thank
to make a small sacrifice of bourbon to Papa Legba, who is traditionally someone who ferries the dead in
Yes.
the Loa hierarchy. I believe he handles the dead. I don't know if he's best I can compare to the Anubis of, where he's
Yeah.
not the ferryman.
He's Karin.
Karn. Okay. That's
the
Irish, right?
ferryman. No,
No, that's Greek.
Greek.
I believe, if I understood my readings, he's kind of the main guy when it comes to the dead crossing over. He digs all the graves,
Yeah, and I think he
So-
can make deals too.
and
Yeah.
he can.
That's
But-
how he got to who he
Right,
is.
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
If
But I
you
don't remember this in character.
if you want to ask Bernard, you can do that. I will allow you in character. Again, cut this out. Grow leaves into like the shape of a small shot glass that will hold it, and just set it down on a table, and something along the lines of like, "Hey, these people need help." Papa Leg, that's not Papa Leg, but it's Baron Samedi. Papa Legba is the intermediary.
He's the good
So
one.
it's Baron Samedi. If you could help these guys get where they're going, but do it in character, like I said, it's Baron Samedi. Grow some leaves, make a shot glass, sit it down, and even if you want to trace a symbol on the table with like your finger, I mean technically the table's not really there, so you're not going to leave a mark, but it would be a calling out to him. And then
Well,
I can.
I have thorns. I could definitely carve something into a wall.
The table's not real. It's a ghost.
Oh,
Nothing's real.
Nothing here is real until you get in the basement.
okay.
It's all technically just ghost energy that's gotten strong enough that it's reformed itself. If
Okay.
you guys don't care, he can still carve into the table.
I don't care.
But I will have you make a magic roll to do that, a weird roll.
Weird. Okay.
But I need you to ask again, like do it in character.
You want to timestamp this, Cameron, so you know where to cut this one?
I'm already have to do a ton, and I just listen to the whole thing anyway. So I'm just gonna listen to the whole thing, and we'll roll it out.
Bernard, I will trust your gut and follow with you. But the Baron calls to me. I need but a bit of your bourbon. And while I ask him for some bourbon, you can see some leaves take shape.
Okay.
I pluck one of my petals, one of my leaves, and it looks like like a tin cup, but like a leaf. I ask him for some of the bourbon.
Okay. I think I stop and turn around and said, "Look, bud, if you want to have a drink on the job, you don't gotta ask me twice." And I'm coming back. No, I take a drink, and now I still have my boomer juice that's rolling.
before.
Which, damn it, would that have affected my roll earlier? No, because it was weird.
No,
and I don't
actually,
think.
I don't
Weird,
thi-
that doesn't
it's
affect
weird.
it.
Yeah.
It affects your tough.
Right.
I think it affects your tough and your charisma, doesn't it?
Yep,
Your cool,
so-
Charm.
your
so,
charm.
So it wouldn't have affected it, and I come over and I pour a little bit after taking a sip into his little leaflets.
And I'm going to hold up the leaflet with the bourbon in it. Baron, I call to you to protect these souls, to show them the other side. And I'm going to try to set the leaflet down on the table, and I'm going to try to etch a symbol in the table and make this offering to the Baron. So I'll roll weird, right, Sam?
You're gonna roll weird. We are gonna consider this a magical move. It's not gonna be big magic because it's just kind of a quick ask. So yeah, that's gonna be a weird roll.
Okay. I
I
rolled
love it.
2 ones.
I
with
love
a
it when they
plus
cover their eyes after the dice hits the table. That's how I know it didn't go well.
2. Snake eyes, baby.
Make sure you mark your experience.
So that's a total of
You
4.
are
Not matter.
reaching out with your sense the best that you can. You've since kind of leaving Louisiana, and you've always kind of felt that pull from the various Loa, mostly the ones of nature. The Baron Samedi's always kind of been around, but because you are not dead, though technically tied to him and that you should be, you can always kind of feel him pull a little bit, more like being watched, waiting for you to finally go into the grave that he dug for you. Not so much in a malicious way, but that he feels cheated, so it's still open. You're not getting a lot of that right now. The level of energy that is happening due to this machine, the way that it is empowering the ghosts here, it's almost like it's blocking your signal out or their signal in. It's having a radio transmitter next to a like Bluetooth connection where you get so much static and fuzz to the point that you're kind of dead to it all at this point. Like, even like the trees and leaves outside, you're not getting a lot.
Can't hear them.
You
Okay.
can't hear almost anything.
Gentlemen, we must find this basement, for I must pacify more souls. The Baron cannot hear me. Thank you, Bernard, for this sacrifice. It will not be in vain.
So did he empty it out or anything?
Nope. Traditionally, you just
Just-
leave it sit on an altar, and so he made a quick little one.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna look at him and then at the leaflet and then back. Like, we're not just gonna leave that there, are we?
Bernard, if you touch that, it will be the last you touch.
Thinking aside, and I think he just puts the flask away and just grumbles as he's walking away.
That's a 30-year-old shot of bourbon.
Yeah.
Dude, that hurt my soul.
Pour
But
a
yeah,
glass right now, but it's 9:30.
he's just kind of walking away, like dressing with his hand in the air. He's obviously like arguing with himself, like, give a guy a glass of shot or a shot of bourbon, and he just
We're
leaves it on the
wasting
table.
stuff now. Apparently, we just don't care about other people's things. Whatever.
Wasting money. All right.
Wasting-
But I think so. He's on his way to the West Wing.
All right, so you start to head that way. Now, on the second floor, that was more of a living quarters area, but it did have some heavier metal doors.
Okay.
As you get to them and you open them, you do see inside, and the ghosts that you're seeing in here are very much distorted. None of there's no shifting back and forth. There's no kind of normal, kind of keeping up this illusion of what once was. This is your traditional lights out, tattered, screeching, howling, looks partially decomposed. Like, these are not happy ghosts. These were patients that suffered in life. They suffered in their treatment here because they may not have touched anybody in the East Wing. That was their front. They took good care of the people in the East Wing. West Wing, however, they saw them as issues. I mean, as society did, where it's like, nope, you're a problem. This is how I'm going to deal with you. I mean, we're not looking at...
Lobotomies and shit like that.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean, that's kind of where you're at with these ghosts. They are not your friends. They are not the ones milling around. They instantly see that the doors are open. They instantly kind of perk up and look at that doorway. You've got about 5 of them. You've got a good handful, but they are ghosts, and they're not solid forming it here. They instantly start to walk toward the doorway. Some of these, I mean, we're talking, they look like skeletons in cloaks floating in air. Some of them have, over the years, that torture has created multiple limbs, where multiple eyes. They've changed based on their torture in life to what their spirit was when they passed.
I'm thinking like almost like some Hellraiser, like
A little less, BDSM, but yeah, more or less.
less leather,
It's-
less
the-
hooks, but yeah.
No, that's kind of the
Tormented
right
souls.
idea.
Underworld.
But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we're in the doorway and they're walking towards
They
us.
are starting to walk towards you. They're probably about 15, 20 feet at the furthest. There is one, like, right by the door. Think long, thin, spindly, like hands and feet, unnaturally long fingers.
Okay.
Looks extremely nervous in its body language, kind of curled up, but the second that door opens, its head slacks back and it sees you standing in that door frame, and the look on its face is, I think I get to hurt somebody today.
Okay. I think I look at him and I say, and I kind of ready my shotgun, like, I don't expect I can interest you boys in any pudding.
Is this an insult? Something that can understand your language, perhaps?
no, that was more just I see them and I'm like, I think this one's gonna be a fight. I don't think these guys are.
The one closest to you instantly shoots up from the ground. It's not flying, but stands tall. We're talking 9 foot tall.
Okay.
Rail thin. Very unnatural in its physical design, and it lunges at you. I'm gonna need you to roll to kick some ass.
Okay. I think I would like to edit a little bit if I could, but right
No, do
before
it.
I want to say, like, I see him coming and I want to use one ugly motherfucker right before he comes. I want to say, bring it, Lurch.
Okay, all right. Give me a roll for that.
And when you hit him, you gotta
Yeah, you
say
got
you
it.
brag.
Okay, so that was for, was that for?
That was for your insult. That was to give him a
One
little
ugly
bit of a.
motherfucker. Roll plus what?
And I have plus. Well, my charm is -2.
Okay, so you still got an 8.
Got an 8. So it. What was that again? So it.
So now
Mixed
he's
results.
So now he
he's
wants to
after
rip me limb
you
from limb.
alone.
He is.
He doubled down on fucking you over.
This is probably not the first time that this poor soul has been called a name based on its height, probably in life.
Yeah.
Was very uncomfortable, lots of anxiety. Someone decided that a lobotomy would fix it, when in reality it was, medications they didn't have. He starts taking swipes at you. I am going to need you to roll
Okay.
some to kick some ass here.
4. And this was a tough, so that would be +3. And then what was my right? Am I messing
You
up?
add your tough, and then because you are you have imbibed your fighting, your spinach, if you will, because your boom juice gives you additives as well.
So +4, a +1 and a
+3.
+3. So
8.
8.
Doesn't it take stuff away from your charisma when you drink it?
Charisma, yes.
Because you use charisma to insult them, right?
Still
Still
would've
would've
been
been a
a 7.
All right, that works then. Nope,
Okay.
I just wanted to make
So
sure
it's a
we had.
-1 to charisma and +1
So
to
technically,
will.
you had a +1 and a -3 to your charisma roll.
Yes.
Okay.
+1 and -2.
+1. No, because he's already at a -2.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
And then
yeah,
boomer
with the
juice.
boomer juice,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
that's right.
-3. So I just
So
want to make sure
it still
we're
would've
still.
been-
Yeah, no, a lot of math's happening.
Yeah.
I
It would've been
I just want to make sure that it's all there. That it's right.
Yeah.
So he got an 8 on this.
So you rolled an 8. So is this normal? We're talking buckshot in a shotgun kind
Well,
of come at?
we
Yeah, because he doesn't have any. of
Well,
the
I
other
thought
shit.
when we talked about when we left, I kind of remember saying, like, we're going on a mission, we know what we're going after. Would I have?
Well, we didn't know. Remember?
I thought we, did.
just knew
Oh
there
yeah,
was-
true. We did know it
just
was
knew there
ghosts.
was an energy.
Okay, so yeah, I just have buckshot.
All right.
I'm the
He
only one who
has
got
rock
special
salt.
ammo.
Yeah.
He was the only one that spent gear points because my girlfriend Laura was like, they didn't spend any of their gear points when they left. That was a bad choice.
Nope,
Yep.
that was intentional.
So the bullets hit, and this thing screeches. It lets out a howl, and it dissipates. It's not dead again, but it's not there for the moment. You have caused it to react, but it is still in this facility. Ghosts are very odd in that, yes, this interruption has broken, we'll call it the matrix of its being, but you didn't hurt it. It just went away for a minute.
Okay. And I can't visibly see it.
No, it's gone.
Okay, there's
It
no,
is
like,
not
a
standing
faint
in front of you
outline.
like
Okay.
hiding. He's
It
not.
pulled illusion. It just disappeared.
Okay, cool.
Marcellus, can you please start singing Old Man Finnegan, Begin Again? Every time he whips at a ghost.
Get along, little doggy, get along.
Uh,
I'm here
Ah.
for the last roundup.
I'm.
I think you've got like
I've
5 more
got-
seconds before we hit copyright.
That's an old song.
I'm going to also pull out my newly acquired sawed-off shotgun and go ahead and rack some of those rock salt rounds. But I'm not firing just yet.
Okay. So you've got like the other 4, and they are slowly advancing towards you. As a group, what are you guys thinking? What are we gonna do here?
I'm thinking I'm gonna use some magic.
All right. Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna banish a spirit.
Okay. Now, do you guys want to try to do this together and make it big magic, or are you guys thinking you want to?
Well, if we do big magic, wouldn't that banish all of them?
Yes, that was kind of my. You can either
Okay.
do this one at a time and hope for the best, or you and Rob can try to work together with more of a big magic. But he's not
He's not
great
gonna
at the
wanna
moment.
banish 'em.
Well, that's true. He doesn't want to kill them.
No, he
he
doesn't
wants
want
to
them
set them
banished. He
free.
wants
So
to
yeah,
free them.
you're on your own.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, and I was gonna
Just
say
banish
you
one
could
at a time.
probably tell Bernard that you want him to help, but I do think that you're like I think he would understand what's happening, but I think you would have to walk him through it. But I think
Well, it's magic, and he's not magical. So
Right.
I would let you help with big magic, just because you can stand there and hold candles and
Right,
chant.
right.
Like you can understand.
and that's what I
that
meant.
there
Like
needs
Bernard,
to
I
be a
think he would
circle.
understand things, but you're still gonna have to tell him what to do.
It's
Right.
literally stand here, say this Latin phrase, don't fuck it up, while
Yeah.
he understands what he's manipulating and pulling on to make it happen.
I'm just gonna do one at a time and see what happens.
Okay, give me what you got. That's a 7.
That's a 10.
Okay. Okay, so whoever you're looking at first
Yeah.
Go-
Any of them, I don't really care.
goes off without a hitch.
Cool.
You start to chant some words, and this thing almost recognizes what you're trying to do, and it turns around as if to run away through one of the walls. It gets what's happening, and then it screeches out, and there is a wisping away of this creature that was in front of you a second ago. Orpheus, how do you feel about the fact he just murdered a ghost you said you were going to save?
I don't really fucking know how I want to feel about that right now.
Tough shit, I asked.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you would understand the concept that was not a release. That was I ripped you apart and you're gone now.
But he also understands the facts that they were coming after us.
Oh, and that's true. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why it's important to know where his mindset is at on that. Because it's an interesting moment.
Very emotionally. Marcellus, there needs to be a better way. You cannot do this to these souls.
There's not really a better way. If you shoot him with that rock salt, it's gonna do the same thing I just fucking did.
I do not like this, Marcellus.
I don't like
I
it
feel
either.
I have no
but
choice.
It's survive or let ghosts attack us, and we can't do anything else to them.
Speaking of rock salt, can you toss me a few of those shells, bub?
Can I?
That's a good question.
You spent the gear points for it. I will alter this from you get it for the session. I will give you both 4 shots, which means you had 8 rounds, which traditionally, if you're fighting something with a shotgun, that's appropriate, I would
Yeah.
assume. If you guys are okay with that kind of number, you will have to keep track of them, but now you would both have 4 rock salt rounds. Which means you need to think about your shots before you make them.
Yeah,
So
and I was
that's
gonna say,
just
like, it's kind of up to him, but it was just like my attacks are just kind of like
Not gonna do
delaying
anything.
things. So
Yeah.
it's almost like I know I'm taking from you technically, but also probably helping us though, because I did not have the foresight to get.
Well, and that's fine. Like we had never done it before, and
Yeah.
it was like, nope. Now you guys kind of get.
The Winchesters would be very upset with me.
All right, I'm gonna do this. I said I wasn't, but I'm going to. You have a voodoo bag on your person you were given by Mama that is supposed to keep you safe from them,
I actually just looked at my inventory and I was wondering like, what would that do? in
because
this
it is
situation?
designed to protect you against ghosts.
Okay.
Which means you will take 1 less harm if
Okay.
one of them attacks you. It is attempting to help you. It
Okay.
won't do much more than that. Just think of it as that thin layer of like armor. Like it's.
I was going to bring it up when I got hit.
Oh, okay. You monster. I was going to wait until you thought you did something fun, and then no, which I respect. No, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to tell them. It's one of those things they have to manage their own inventory because I'm
Yeah.
not always going to know what they've got, and they got to get used to that. But no, you've got it. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
kept
thought
it.
it would be some fun audio, some shisha pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
So I will toss. I'm only gonna toss 2 rounds to Bernard.
That's
You
fair.
monster.
That's fair.
I like you. I don't like you that much.
I'm only gonna toss him 2 rounds right now, and I'll say to Marcellus, "I will get us out alive, but I do protest your ways. Next time we need to be better prepared."
This is my preparation. It's what I do. I've been doing it for 1,100 years. I think I know what I'm doing.
Okay. I think I'm just in the corner, like kind of putting in these rock salt shells. now,
Cleaning
like-
the crap out of your pants
Well-
from when Lurch came at you.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of putting these shotgun shells in, like, you give a guy some bourbon. He just gives you 2 shells. See how it is.
No, that's fair. As you guys continue to proceed into the room, having seen one creature get snapped out of existence, one that has been shot, and then kind of a vague understanding that things have passed hands, they are beginning to rush you. It's almost like you're meeting in the middle of this room. But as you continue forward, Lurch appears behind you, and 2 of the ghosts from the cafeteria have come to see what's going on. This kind of action, they may not understand that you are the person they saw a minute ago, understanding how ghosts perceive time and how they perceive people. They are seeing you attack other ghosts, which means now you have 3 in front of you and 3 behind you. You are beginning to get crowded.
We're
What-
being flanked.
Yeah.
How would you handle this situation now?
I definitely do not want us to do anything that I've made the sacrifice for
That
to those ghosts.
light is so bright. I cannot see you at all.
Sun's rising back here. That's fresh.
Out in Colorado.
Oh.
Beautiful Colorado.
I think I just yell out, like, all right, boys, clear us a path. And I kind of gesture to them to go the direction we want to go.
Mhm.
And I'm turning back to Lurch and the other 2 nameless ghosts. And I want to roll to kick some ass. I'm going to start
Do it.
firing, starting with Lurch.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the one I want
And he
going
is close
close.
enough that shotgun round is going to work. Is there a tag on your shotgun for area of effect or multiple people?
It says close.
Yeah, close. Close is what I've got.
Okay.
Shotgun
Close,
is
messy.
3 harm, close, messy.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Which
Some of them
messy
do
with
have
ghost is not really a
multiple
thing.
target
Okay.
options. I think it's the machine guns have
Yeah.
multiple target options, but I think it's they only do 2 harm, and you kind of have to spread it out amongst different things. I just wanted to make sure I knew what your tags were. Eventually, I'll make something looks like a DM screen that has all that information on it, but for now, I'm a bum.
That's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna roll to kick some ass here. So that's a 7 plus 3 plus 1, so 11.
Yeah, you turn around. It's like we're making a path. You pull the gun up and you pull the trigger, and when it hits Lurch, as those chunks of rock salt, and we're not talking like, oh, I put some Mort's sidewalk salt in my shotgun shells and I'm shooting it. We're talking like water softener, like the
Oh,
big
shit.
ass pellets, because it's a shotgun. That's what's going to work best. It's not great for the gun, just because it's going to gunk up your barrel eventually and start to cause issues.
He cleans it enough. It's okay.
I figure like it's not a big deal. Like you're not walking into this with dirt or anything in there. It's clean. But eventually, if you had like a whole session's worth, eventually I would start throwing like a jamming effect in. No, you hit Lurch. Those pellets hit him, and this time, rather than it being a more traditional wispy and like blinked out of existence like Marcellus, it's almost like a burning. Salt is traditionally used against demons and ghosts and other like evil because it's considered a pure substance from the earth. I believe it's mentioned in the Bible. And in a few legends, like the devil takes no salt with his meals, it's supposed to be a purifier. So you have hit this ghost with a pureness, and it just starts to burn away. They don't have a ton of health. It's mostly this energy that's brought them
Yeah.
here, but they are inherently ghosts. Your 3 damage knocks him out. He's gone. Lurch has passed on to wherever he's going to in the most violent, secondly violent way possible. So
All right.
you have 2 behind you and 3 in front of you.
Okay. Well, 2 would be in front of me. Well, like technically in the way we're
Technically, you turned around.
Yeah.
Face. Yeah.
trying to go.
So
I
you're
kind of
facing 2, and
And
we're facing 3.
Orpheus made specific requests to do nothing with the 2 that or the 3 that came from the other room.
and I kind of want to look at them, and I want to put the shotgun down and say like, I got no quarrel with you, and I want to kind of gesture to them like I don't want to fight them either because they
Charisma roll.
Okay.
Charm.
and and right now I have a minus in that, right?
-1, yeah.
Okay.
On,
At least do
goodness.
something.
on top of your traditional charm negatives.
So
Yeah.
you rolled a 1.
Yeah, because
They
my
got
charm
a
is
quarrel with
minus
you,
2,
boy.
minus 1. So actually, I
It's a
rolled
minus 3.
yeah.
Yep, you rolled a 1.
Experience.
The 2, yes, mark it. These 2 ghosts from behind just sort of look at you, and they go from looking vaguely human to sunken eyes. Their jaws drop in such a way where it's almost as if they're broken, and they start screaming at you as their teeth enlarge, and they don't become sharp, but it's a battle of epic proportions in their mouth, of all of their teeth trying to make room for themselves. They have decided that you are a threat. They have seen you and Marcellus kill a ghost, which is, I mean, even though they may not be on the same level, is still one of them, and they rush you. So you are officially being rushed and surrounded from all directions. That was Bernard's move. Orpheus, what would you like to do? You are being rushed. You are surrounded. You will start taking damage.
I'm
He has a
Willing
-2
to-
harm. He's fine.
He's gonna be fine.
I am willing to dispatch of the 2 in front of us and say, let's leave these behind as I cock around into that fucking one closest in front of me.
I'm gonna need you to do that as a character and not as Rob.
Okay, sorry, the
I'm
dog.
gonna come to Colorado and beat you.
If anyone hears me saying ouch, I've got an 8-month German Shepherd who's biting me off screen. Do I do not like your ways? I will move forward. We will take out these 2 and we will leave the 3 behind us alone. Onward. And fucking just try to blast the one in front of me with apologies. My friend, may this still help you find peace as I pull the trigger.
I like that. And this is out of it. I want to try to find some dramatic music for that too. I like that a lot.
Rob, give me a roll.
That's going to be some tough, correct?
Yes, that is kick some ass. That is a tough roll.
5.
Experience points
Experience.
today.
Yeah. We are rolling exactly opposite of we have in all other sessions.
Yes, that's true.
We called it. We said we would fucking suck when when it came to combat.
Point your shotgun, you pull that trigger, and are completely unprepared for the level of power that is in existence in that. You are used to guns from the 17 and 1800s.
Muskets.
You are used to
Flintlocks.
muskets and very different style of shooting. It does not do what your character is expecting, and in the moment where it goes off and literally flies out of your hand, because that is more power in a sawed-off gun than you are used to, that ghost is on top of you and will do 2 damage.
No damage.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what all he's got right now.
He's got the.
I think he's got
the
like 3.
Natural
got the
minus
mask.
1 and the mask.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all right.
So I have a question, and I can cut this out if I need to.
Mhm.
So we can't effectively use things that are here, right? Like, can
Correct.
I mean, you can pick up a chair and use it. Technically, it's ghost
Wow.
energy on ghost
Okay,
energy.
that's.
Well, yeah.
Could I incapacitate these 2 ghosts, run back to the cafeteria, and get salt to use?
No.
Okay.
Because the salt
all right.
wouldn't be real.
Right. That's okay. That's what I figured, and I can cut that out if needed. But I was like, man, it'd be great if we had some Mortons, or like, can I roll? Well, no, I never. That was.
Can we-
He has some things in the bag. I've cheated and used the bag. I'd like to say like maybe I got some Morton salt packs in my bag, and I just kind of rip them out and put them in the door. But
Maybe you can create
wouldn't be
a quick
enough.
centrifuge,
Right.
separate your bourbon, pull the salt from.
I'm gonna set up
guys.
a,
I'm gonna need a few minutes.
I'm gonna set up a distillery here, and I'm just gonna get the salt out so I can use it against my enemies.
Yeah. Is there enough salt and peanut butter? Can I line up peanut butter?
Not that much. Just oddly like smearing peanut
Depends if
butter
there's
on
salt or
doorways.
cashews.
This ghost actually had a nut allergy. You're inflicting poison
You're a
damage.
dick.
Well played.
What the fuck?
um,
Okay, I ran through all the little things that I could do. Well, I think I'm going to respect Orpheus's wishes and not try to obliterate these things.
Screw that. I'm going for another one.
Okay, you go for it.
as long as it's
you're
the one
next.
in
I'm
front of
banishing
Yeah,
him.
you're
another
next
one.
anyways.
I'm banishing another one. I'm not playing.
Well,
these
and he said the
games.
ones in front, so you're good. It was the
Yeah,
ones that
that's
I'm
true. Yeah.
the ones that were flanking.
That I
us.
made the sacrifice to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you don't confuse them. I think I got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain you
That's a
managed it.
12.
All right, so
So I get something special.
actually on a 10 plus, you guys get something special, don't you?
12 plus.
No,
On
no,
this,
that's
on
only
magic.
on magic. That is magic.
Yeah.
On a 10
Yeah,
plus,
advanced
you
on
get
a
to do what
12
you want.
plus.
12 plus means you get an extra effect.
You get an extra benefit.
What would you like to do?
Can I go for one and take out two?
Oh, is that one of the options?
I don't
They
know.
do list what your options kind of are. As
No, it
far
doesn't.
as let me see here. I
On
thought
this, it just
did.
has effects.
Where's
Banish.
that?
All right.
It has glitches, but it doesn't have.
I will
like,
offer you an added benefit. Okay. All right. So you are banishing a spirit from this place.
Correct.
You've rolled very well. All right, mark down from here on forward, you are going to get a +1 forward. It's not ongoing, it's just a forward, your next move in this situation, because they recognize that you are the only person who gives no Fs and is going to legitimately obliterate them with the snap of your fingers. So what level of fear and understanding they have is that's one we don't need to mess with. And because you rolled so well, it's not even he's the threat, we need to kill him. It's, we need to be careful because that's the one that can stop us all and make us go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will have that.
Okay.
And then on your next one, because you did so well, you're going to have a little bit more energy in what you're going to do next.
Okay.
You guys are trying to push forward. I think you've still got the 3 in front of
Nope,
you.
2 in front of us.
Two
now,
in
'cause I
front.
just killed one.
And you're pushing to get to that
So
stairwell.
we've got 2 on each side of us now.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going
We
to.
went from 8 to 4 really quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the shotgun away and grumble, of course, but I'm gonna pull out the axe and try to see if I can just dissipate them.
At least get them out of the way.
Right.
How long have you been a hunter?
20 years.
All right. And this axe, is it the one you bought from your life before and your
Yep.
woodworking, or is this something that you might have upgraded or?
No, this is the same old one.
Okay, I am going, because I think it makes sense that the head of your axe, traditionally when they make axes,
Probably silver.
the head of it is normally a dropped iron, a block of,
Yeah.
and then they add a better steel for sharpening in the actual cutting edge into the front when they do that. Iron actually works on ghosts as well. That's something
I
about
totally
the
forgot about
magnetic properties of that iron can help dissipate them.
Yeah.
It's not going to work quite as well as the salt does, but you can dissipate a ghost with that iron. It will do damage to them. I hadn't really thought of it. I know you had
I
It
the
hadn't
doesn't
axe,
just outright obliterate them.
but
Yeah.
Like the
it's
salt does.
it's you are hitting them with an axe. It just depends on
Your roll.
where they're at and your role as to if whether or not it's enough to stop them and put them down, or they keep coming. So I will give you that. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, and
in
I totally
our
forgot about
canon. So we'll give that a go.
that. Okay. A 3. Goodness gracious today. So plus 4. Well, plus 4, right?
Oh.
Because it's kick some ass.
That's
so it's a
true.
seven.
No.
So a 7.
All right, so you
No
go
experience.
at the one in front of you, and you make that arcing swing. How much damage does it do?
Oh yeah, let me check that.
I think your axe is 2, isn't it?
Yep. Two harm hand messy.
All right. When it passes through the ghost knits back together after the axe head passes through it, but it does cause disruption. It is causing some pain. This ghost took a hit. It's not like, oh, it passed through me. Haha, I just Caspered you. It's, nope, this took a hit. It literally falls to the side. It is fading. It is flickering a bit. And when you hit it, it feels like you hit someone with your axe. There is that shock of the hit.
There's resistance.
Thank you. It's nice to have smarter people than me play games because they can help me. You feel that resistance when it hits. That ghost is on the ground. It's not knocked out, but it's there. There's one more ghost still in front of you guys. I believe it is Orpheus's turn, unless somebody has another idea.
I do. I just want to. I would like to just point the axe at that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, Casper, back the fuck off.
Do you want to try your insult?
You're ugly motherfucker.
Your ugly mofo?
Well, and what
He's
is that?
hesitant now because last time it forced the guy at
Well, yeah, and that would give us some time to run. If it worked, it would kind of effectively stun it. So yeah, I
And
wanna
it's a
try
good
it.
moment for
Yeah.
you to be like, hey,
What's this run
Okay.
you speak of?
So a 7.
yeah.
+1.
Did I get a +1?
I think.
No,
you got
it's based in
+1.
charm, which means you're getting a
Oh, yeah,
negative
you're
3.
getting -3 +1, so you failed.
Yeah.
You're gonna mark experience for
Yeah.
that. I don't know why you picked something your character does so horribly.
Well, it's like I said. I think I
flavor.
think it is. Yeah, I think it's fun, and I think it makes sense because Bernard is going to talk shit, and he's going to get himself in trouble doing so. So I think it like
She
I think
jumps
it,
on you.
Yeah. Okay.
She
all right.
comes at you, and she is doing 2 damage. It comes at you. It makes that contact, tries to like dig its fingers into you, and pull. Like she's just trying to do something to hurt you. So you will take 2 damage from her.
Okay.
-1 because of your bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. All right.
You are very well made, well constructed bag.
Yeah.
She will be expecting a thank you note after this.
Okay. Yeah.
He will be very willing.
Yeah.
Thank
To
you.
write that note
But
up.
it is
Yeah.
still on you.
Okay.
Orpheus, Marcellus, it is your turns. Whoever wants to go first. If somebody has a plan, you guys can discuss it a bit.
Will I invoke, and I know this isn't D&D, like some type of attack of opportunity, picking up that shotgun?
It is something that you will have to spend a good chunk of your action doing. It is something that I can do as a GM of making you lose the item that you're next. I mean, that's what, like, loud, messy, slow reload. If I don't use the tags, I'm not doing it right.
I think I'm gonna look at Orpheus and go like,
Oh.
"Hey, Mister, don't hurt the ghosts. A little help."
Hurt the ghosts!
I definitely want to try to pick up the shotgun. I don't know if you'll give me much more action than that.
What would you like to do? I mean, like, so you're going to pick it up, turn around, aim. Is that kind of where we're at? Is there something
That's
else you'd like to try?
kind of where I'm at. Just try to shoot the guy off my friend who's complying to my requests.
Are you pushing forward as you do this? I'm willing to let you go, grab, and then start to come back. I'm trying to keep our forward momentum in the room.
Yes,
I don't
that,
want us to
that
forget
is my
that.
full intent. Like, hey, my bad. Thank you. Let's keep following plan. Appreciate it.
Okay. Marcellus, what would you like to do?
I am going to. Well, did he shoot at the one that's on him?
Yeah, I don't know if I got enough action.
He
for
has
that.
had.
have enough
Nope,
action?
he does
Okay,
not have
okay,
enough
okay.
enough go.
Well then, I'm gonna just look over and thrust a hand out and banish that one too.
All right, give me a roll.
For those of you at home, Taylor's thrusting very inappropriately right now.
9, 10.
He doesn't even have to try at this
10.
point. Don't forget your +1.
That was
That's
with the
it.
plus
Okay.
one.
No, it snaps out of existence. Bernard, it's gone. You go from this thing with maggots crawling out of its face, screaming in your face, to it just being gone.
Okay.
You can feel the energy of this thing dissipating when it goes away.
You can probably feel the energy of me.
Yeah.
The stairwell is
Magic
open.
too.
Okay.
From that stairwell, you hear screaming. And not, oh, I'm terrified, but
Like a rage scream.
like a raging, something's happening upstairs, and I don't quite understand what's going on around me. I am screaming because I want to hurt people. I assume you guys will proceed to the stairwell and go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I'll slide another 2 rounds over to Bernard.
Okay.
Since clearly he can hit
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, as you get down to that first floor, that is where the West Wing patients were kept. Those doors were opened by Dr. Fuchs. Standing in that doorway is what appears to be a man. This man had a very hard life, and he was locked up in his cell and chained to the walls. He was incredibly violent, and in his violence, and as these people did not take good care of their patients, the area around his mouth, where his lips should be, gone. Whether they were torn off, eaten off in his own mania, gone. Fingertips, some of them are completely missing, some are down to the bone. You are looking at clawed hands. This thing is standing with a posture that is, we'll say, gorilla-esque in his rage, in his anger, and how he attacked people and how his mind works. He is looking at you, and he jumps.
All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this week. And I know you love/hate when I end the episodes this way. So, sorry, not sorry. But I felt like a good place to end it at as any. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry for not having the ad this week. We'll get back to doing that, I promise. Just haven't had communication, and that's on me. But I will make sure that we have more going forward. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. If you did, make sure that you rate and review this, please. And if there's something you would like to hear more of, or just would like to talk to us about, be sure to look at the information in the bio and send us an email. We would love to hear from you guys, or talk to us on social media. We would love to interact with you guys some more. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be back in a couple weeks for the next episode of Anarium. Thank you. Bye.